Hi everyone. Okay, so today I'm just gonna, well, I should say this evening I'm going to continue on with the air respirator parts. So the battery mainly and the visor too. So as mentioned in the previous live streams, I have quite a number of these spare, but I just want to make this one into better condition. Turn it into a better condition, I should say. So setting up this other camera here. So it's quite stormy out here today. The weather's just not great at all. Okay, sorry everyone, so I had to shut that camera down. The CCTV, well one of them, because it was making a noise there. And I wasn't happy with it. It's sending a message. So I'm just resetting this other camera. Not the CCTV. That's done. Okay. So let's try this again. And that won't start speaking to us there now. So today I have the parts for the air respirator nearly completed. So I'm deciding to do this visor again, right? And then I'm going to focus on this battery pack, because when I installed the new batteries, the new cells, I noticed that there were still some scratches on the bottom of it. So I'm going to sand it, I'm going to remove the scratches, and then I'm going to polish it up again to a nice finish. So it has that shine. Okay. So I'm going to start off with the visor. I'll start with the visor. As I mentioned in the previous live streams, I have quite a number of these new, but I just want to keep this one in the condition. Well, I want to make use of it because it's not that bad, so I'm just going to bring it up to a better finish here. So I said I'll start this first, but I'll actually start the battery pack first. So the first thing I need to do here is sand it to remove any scratches. So at the bottom of it, there's fine scratches left on it from when you go to set it down on the bench to charge it when you're from the air respirator or the helmet part. So here we go. I'm going to set this aside. And we're going to start off with a dual action sander. 1000 grit first. Then we're going to move to 1500 grit. So here we go. I'll cut this nice and neat. So it's important to use water here too. Okay, so I need to turn the compressor on. Silly of me. Oh dear. So it's very rare for me doing a live stream at this time of the day, but I just finished up with my research. So first things first, we're going to start off removing the scratches in the bottom of this enclosure. I was going to tape this to keep the water out of it. I'll do that sure too. But I'll need to get taped first. Should have done that before I started, but here we go. Just going to run the tape around where this enclosure splits, or this casing, just to sort of help it so no water gets into it. We'll try to use minimal water anyway, the minimum amount. So I'm only going to focus on the bottom here and a wee bit at the sides. I'm not going to sand the sides, I'm just going to sand the bottom. So if you look there now, all the scratches are removed at that side. So just to point out here, I've got another camera running too, 4K camera. Okay, so it looks good now. Just give it a wee flush at the sides with this wee small radius. Try not to lose its shape. Okay, I'm not going to go any further now. Just going to go to 1500 grit now. To remove any marks left by the 1000 grit. Never going to polish it back up again. Okay, so that's all the scratches gone. Just going to run this side with 1500 grit too. Okay, that's enough. Start polishing now. So obviously I'm not going to start sanding this sheen. I'm just going to polish it as best as I can. So I have new ones, but I'm just keeping this one in order. I'm not going to throw it out because it's not that bad. It's just we find scratches in it, and they're discontinued now. You can't get them. You can't get the Honeywell brand, but same thing, isn't it? But they're dear now. They got the price up sky high. So when I stop this other camera here a minute. My memory card will be full. So polishing now. I'm going to start off with the battery pack, and then we're going to move over to this, and then I'm going to clear the entire bench here, and hopefully the weather doesn't turn because I'm going to build the air respirator tonight on this bench. Hopefully, if it doesn't rain. I don't want to do it in the house on the live stream because it's very, very dark. So I'm going to try and do it outside here. It's all finished, it's all polished. The battery pack is built. Just removing any wee fine scores. So I'm going to start off this time with this big polisher, the car polisher. With a lot of cutting compound. So here we go. Might be hard to hold on to actually, I might use the wee one. I'll use this for the visor. So I'm going to start off with the rotary this time. I'll turn this other yak on. Oh dear, hello. Messed up there. Russian. Okay, I'm ready to rock again. So I'm going to start polishing here now. Okay, so going to continue with the battery pack here, the enclosure, or the case, I should say. So we're going to start off with the rotary polisher. Well, it's really a dual action sander, but I converted it. Right, now we're going to move to dual action. But I have to do this with the rotary first because it's more aggressive. Trying not to heat it. So if you don't look at that now already, that's like new. So I don't want to heat it here, so that's why I'm using plenty of water, right? So obviously the whole thing is going to need cleaned down later. I will do it with WD-40 because obviously I can't put water in it when it's sitting this way. Water near it. So the idea is to run your eye across the surface, sort of when the sunlight's on it, to see if there's any wee fine scores on it. And if there is, just keep polishing it till they come out. Obviously if they're too deep they won't come out, but that's why I've used 1000 and 1500 grit sandpaper. So I've already covered the helmet part. I think it was live stream 5 and 3 maybe. kind of like a textured surface, so that's why I haven't sanded it. This was a textured surface, but you won't notice it being smooth at the bottom now. Okay. Why am I sanding it? Because you can't purchase them no more. Why am I doing all this work even? I'm extremely fussy. Very fussy. The most fussiest I can get. So continue on here. Okay, everyone, just finishing or shutting down the other camera there. So I don't need that now till I do the visor later on, till I build it all. So I'll keep her lit. This is nearly finished, by the way. I'm going to move on to the visor in a moment. These now, if I went to buy this now, aftermarket one, it wouldn't be the same brand, but you do get them. But as I say, I have ones. I have a box of them in the house, but I'm just looking after this one because it's not too bad. Who's to say that the aftermarket ones will be there in another year's time, you see? So I'm just being careful. So that looks good there now. Try not to put too much water on it. So it looks like glass. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and turn the compressor up a bit, the regulator. Not too much stuff because you'll burn it. You can burn it very easy because it's plastic. So I might build this air respirator in a moment. We'll see how well it goes here. Okay, so what do we see here? If this camera doesn't go out of focus, you'll see the lovely shine. So before I started this, this was covered in scratches. It's 8 years old. A couple of live streams ago I rebuilt the pack. So it used to have NiCad cells in it and now has NIM for NIMH. It's now 3.5 times the size it was too, believe it or not, with the new battery technology. I should have the air respirator out here, but I don't. Fine in the house. Looks beautiful. Right, so I'm going to remove this because it's grand now. Like, you could take it further, but there's no point. So that thing now is ready to be cleaned. So the way I'm going to clean this is I'm not going to use water. I'm going to use WD-40. But I'm going to do it after I do the shield because this is going to be covered with this platform. So let me get a rag here first, or a cloth. So I'm just going to wipe off the cutting compound first. So if we look at this now, there's not a scratch in the bottom of it, which is perfect for the visor or the helmet part, because it also is not scratched no more because I've removed all the scratches. So the reason I'm going to spray this WD-40 is because I don't want to put water on it to run down in this charging port. But I'll do that in a moment. So I might, as I mentioned, I might bring the air respirator out and just build it tonight on the screen. But first I want to just try polishing this up a wee bit more. And then I have to dry it off and polish it. Hand polish it sort of, to remove the cutting compound, the residue. What do we see now? What do I need to do this? Right, I think I'm going to start off with the car mop this time. The last time when I start this on camera. It's important. Okay. So the next step here now is polishing this visor. So the reason I'm polishing this visor is because they are now discontinued. This type. You can get aftermarket ones, but I want this one because it's genuine and it's not too bad. Just want to remove any wee fine scores. I already have started this, so you won't see the fine scores on it at the minute. You might, what do we see? I've probably removed well, hundreds of scores, but started off with the rotary mop, but the wee small one seen here. But this car mop will be more effective because it's a bigger surface area. Okay, so you're not going to see the scratches because it's wet. So here we go. So I need to hold on to this. I'm going to set this aside for the meantime, somewhere where it's not going to get damaged in the back of the van. So here we go, let's get started. So this could go wrong, just to let you know, because the mop could catch the end of it or anything. That's why I'm using this flat, what is it? Piece off a washing machine. So plenty of water, obviously not too much, but this might not work. I might have to use a wee small mop for this. See, it's jumping about with it. See, it's catch and grip, so it's actually quite effective. But what do we see? How it goes. If I catch these little boys for the peel off, I don't want to damage them either. So I'm going to do my best to hold it. See, it's not going to work, is it? We'll try. Go hard and try it. Okay everyone, so this is not going to work. So we'll have to jump over now to the 2-inch. So the reason I'm doing this again, because I noticed we find scores on it. So the last time I was using an orange sponge, which is much softer. This is more rigid, so it should be more effective. So this is a rotary sander converted. I converted it. Get polished it. Mainly for the smart glove, the Data glove, on my YouTube channel. So the best way to do this is to sort of keep it going on a cross hatch effect. Yeah, I'll focus on the scratches first. So obviously this is going to leave wee swirl marks in this. This is like polycarbonate, sort of. Is it a polycarbonate? I think it is. So this is obviously heating this up a wee bit, so I need to be careful around these dials, or these button things, because if it heats up too much it could distort. So I'm trying to go easy around these. So anywhere where the polycarbonate is touching tight to the washing machine top, I will push harder. here. I'll just stop the other camera here. 4K camera for the main video. So tonight I will build this air respirator. Okay. This discontinued one. Take some wire in there now, but not too wire, or to turn out all distorted. Going to give a side door blast. I wish I could use the big mop here because it would be more effective. See the way it's jumping about? You can see it's taking like more grip on this. But it's going to leave more the sword marks work deeper. So here we go. I'll try it. Working. It's working. It's going to get warmer, but it's got to be a bit careful. Look, water. It's still jumping about now. So I'm focusing on the outside more because obviously that's where the scratches are going to be. Okay, I'm going to go back over to the 2-inch. So at the minute you'll see nothing but that out white stuff, compound. So I'm going to work now on the side for the final time of the rotary. So the only time you're going to see the swirl marks in this left by the polisher is really in the sunlight. But I am going to remove the swirl marks. Or you shine a light against it maybe. So this is protected with the little peel-off visor part. But this is the main visor. And the cover protectors, they clip on here and here. But sometimes objects can fling up and hit you in the face, you know, if you're polishing or something, and left marks on this. Or just dust in general. If you rub it and there's dust in between it scratches it. Very easy to scratch. Why am I polishing it? I'm not a cheapskate, they're just hard to get. Very hard to get now. Everything just continues. So if I spin an error this, that means I save it rather than tuck it in the run. So it is saved there now. I'm just going to run the dual action on it now. Then I'm going to rub it, I'm going to polish it, and then I'm going to maybe start another live stream for the main build. If the sun doesn't go down too soon, because it's behind the house now. So my internet sorted, the Wi-Fi sorted with the switch. The network switch was on the last day. So I can switch between the main sockets now when I go out to the garage. Which is great. No more buffering when I'm doing the project. So the live streams are only HD quality. So that's why I record everything with the 4K camera too for the main videos. This is not a project, but you know what I mean. Okay everyone, so final stage here. Depending on the length of this live stream, I might go in the house and bring all the parts out and build this thing now. But the son has decided to go behind the house. So let's go for the dual action now. With the purple little polisher top here. So this will remove the swirl marks, but only if I focus on it long enough. You also need compound. So this is the final stage before I build this thing again. Battery pack is built. The air respirator, the helmet part is polished like new. The battery enclosure is like new. The visor is like new. But for this live stream I might put on the new parts. Or I might just use it. This one likes to squeal. So I'm applying a bit of firm pressure there. Wee bit of D3. So we don't want this head rotating this time. So it's not. Okay, so nearly done here. I just don't want to put it under the helmet part with the air respirator and see the wee scratches on it. So obviously I don't have the sunlight now to hold it up to, but we'll see the crack. We'll see how it looks. Start this thing again. It's getting dark now, isn't it? Okay, so the final stage here of this visor is using the dual action polisher. So with the same compound, or you could use 5 So back side now. A bit of compound. That's enough. Okay, that's it. Right, so first thing I'm going to do here is going to give it a rinse off at the top, and then I'm going to dry it off. So let's say I do notice scratches in this again, which I don't think there is any. There's not, no, it's just all smeared with compound. But you don't want to be rubbing this on a hot day right enough because the dust will get on it, go up on it. So for now I'm just giving it a wee gentle rub here to look at it. So it's perfect, it's like new. So what I might do now, I might end this live stream and start a new one somewhere else. Maybe in the sunlight. Over in the far end of the garden. Because it's only going to take me 15 minutes to put together. So that's as much rubbing as I'm going to do now. Don't want to leave it all marked. See, dab it's better right now. Because this cloth has little bits of grass and everything in it, so God knows there's grit in it. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set this aside. Okay. And I'm going to go back to this battery pack. So I'm just going to cover it with this WD-40. Try and avoid the socket. Not matter if a wee bit gets in there. So rather than use water, this is all polished. I'm just removing the compound and the water droplets off it. So new shells. The cover is looking like new also. So here's where the back of your head rests against. This nice soft pad is still like new also. Just need to make sure that one. WD-40 doesn't do anything to it, but so I can see a bit of stain in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up the rotary again. Where did that come from? So here's the bottom that I polished. That's perfect. How's that look? Looks alright, doesn't it? Just a wee bit of staining along there, look. And there. So we'll hit it again. Oh, far too much. Sorry. Try not to get the polish on there. Look, I had to cover the tape. Don't want it to go white. We'll spray it with this. So this is a rewired live stream, I don't know, live stream 4 or 3 or something. New cells. different battery technology. 3.5 times the capacity now. 3.5 times runtime now. So it'll run now for 24 hours, this air respirator, before I need to charge it. Maybe a bit longer actually. 28 hours. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going to take that for in the meantime. I just don't know if I'm going to do the build there, but I'll see the crack here. I don't want to put this on, it's not perfect. So the top of this cover has a wee tiny bit of staining. Obviously you don't want to burn it, you can burn it very easy here. What is that? What's that there? Stop pleasing me, that. So it's not. It's a bit better there now, but so I'm just cleaning this little bit of black bit that's around the switch and the rubber surrounding the switch. It's just a wee bit yellow. It's going to be hard to get it perfect, you know. What we don't want is the old G3 compound sticking in everywhere. Nooks and the crannies. Right, so might just chance it out. Keep soaking it in this stuff, sort of breaks down the old crap. Mind my language. Okay. So what I might do here is I might do this in the garage actually tonight. Move the bench in. That looks a lot better now from like half an hour ago. Even after I polished it, it looked all dull up around here. Wee bit here yet. What do I see? See, I put my thumb over the socket. Okay, that's much better now. Okay, everyone. I'm going to let it go at that, I think. Do you see along there? Look at that, where that bit joins to here, the wee V part. What I might do is, I think I've got wee heads for the Dremel. I'm going to look for them here. I do. Okay. So I have a 15mm one, and I have a 25mm one. I also have these different shapes. What I would be better with here is a new sponge, like this one, to get in here, look. So that's perfect. So we'll use the Dremel to finish this. So again, we need the compound. This could go flying. You'll see how it goes here. The head of the wee small polisher. Because it's new and it's a bit wiggly woggly. Need more speed than that. Look, that's the way it should. Really lands it birdie. Right, that's too much speed. That nearly landed in Brady. Right, let's go again. I don't want the water to go in there. Do no harm me drop it, but no, that's not good. That's not much use. You know what I could do? Oh, there, that would work. So, take two. So we're going to head it this way instead. Obviously we don't want to burn it, so we don't want to melt it. So use a wee bit of water. Turn this down a bit. So really all I'm doing here is cleaning this wee V part. That's all I'm doing. Not tightening this. The wrenches in the garage. So that worked already. So a wee bit of water. Cover this port. It's alright now. I'm going to extremes there. So we're going to give it a wee final blast for this. Also see here where obviously my head has stained it. My hair or whatever. Let me think. No, do you know the hood that goes over the top? Down the back of the air respirator? That sits down here. So that's obviously just dirty this. It's not bad. Right, that's perfect now. There's the part number, Happy. Okay. So that's it now, everyone. What I might do is I'm going to go into the garage to build this. I need it for Saturday. I have a project to do. And I miss it, to be honest. So it's like new. Don't want that old white stuff on there, compound. Because when it dries out it'll look awful. See that black bit there, it's got a bit of kind of rub, like powder on it. And the powder coating, or it's dried in or something, because I never paint with this. There we go. So what I'm going to do now, right, is I'm going to stop, and I'm going to move on to another live stream here. So do come back. The next live stream will be much better than this one. Well, you'll see the air respirator coming together again. So that there is perfect now, there's no stains on it. In there in the middle, right, is where it slides onto the, what do you call it? The headband part. The adjuster part. So see the way you can see it scratched? It's been on and off probably about how many times in 8 years it's been charged? I don't know. Every other day. Well, I'm not using it every day, but the weekend. So 52 times whatever, 20 years. Or not 20 years, I'm talking about. 8 years. So it's been used quite a lot. So it's fine scratches here. I could remove those with this boy. I could reduce them. They're not bad, but we'll try it here. So don't want to use too much compound because we'll not get it out if we put too much in it. I should have stopped, you know, but end up in a handle. Right, here we go. Too fast. No, it's working. It's working. It's already made a difference. I'm mental, I know. I've never met anybody as fussy as me. So look at that already, it's made a big difference. So I'm just going to put a wee bit of water in there. If it stays. There's a shine coming there. And the scratches are disappearing. Wiggly, wiggly, sponge. So yeah, that's made some difference. It's made some difference with us. You probably will be able to tell, like if you look at it. See the way it's shining up and all the scratches are vanishing? That's just what I want. So what I'm doing now is I'm digging the sponge over. But you see this edge here? You need to be careful you don't burn it because it could be done very easy. Quite thick, it's about 2 mil thick, but if it was going faster in this, I'm just trying to get as much surface area covered as possible. So we need more compound because it's not really that effective no more. So here we go. I'm just dabbing the bench here. Well, maybe I shouldn't because there could be grit on the bench. It's just sponge. So this is nice and warm now, so this is working. So I'm creating a friction. Oh, wiggly waggly again. That sponge wants to disappear. I could run this over the entire box. I could have sanded the entire enclosure even. But there's no point because it's not scratched. So if you look at that now, I know it's dark out here, right? But you can see the scratches are all removed from sliding it down onto the headband. So the headband sits on here. What do you call it? Not the headband. The adjuster part. So what I'm going to do now, right, is going to clear this bench. I'm going to clean this first to remove all that compound. So obviously I can't put water near this anymore. At the start I could before I rebuilt the pack, but now I don't want to. I can open it up again to see if there's any water in it. Any water in it will run out of it if it's like this. So there's no water in it. And obviously I've just sort of splashed it on here and there where I needed it. It doesn't cover it in water. It's covered in WD-40 at the minute. So there we go everyone, that is the battery pack complete. There's compound up in there, look. You can get it with this paintbrush. And a bit of WD-40. Or I could slide this in and just pull it through back and forward to remove it. Because the compound's in there, so it's obviously grit in it. So we don't want that, you know, in there when we're sliding it on. It's very fine, but you know what I mean. I might strip it again to... No, I don't want to do that. So it's like a new pack now. I just like, well, that, I would like that stuff out in there. I get the airline, couldn't I? Ah, the airline vanished. So it did. Don't know where it went. I could put the straw in this, it would help. Blast this through it. Waste all my WD-40. The best invention ever. So we're going to double this up and slide around it. Because I'm just not there now. So I'm just pulling it through. Up tight to the top there. There's perfect now. Look on there. Maybe we'll do this side too. So we're going to double it up again. And we're going to pull it through nice and tight. With this stuff on there. It's a good rag for polishing cars. Right, that's it. So there we have it. All done. So what should I do? Should I continue this live stream or start a new one? Start a new one because the bench needs cleared. Oh dear. Right. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear the bench. I don't know. It's very dark out here to maybe continue. I might do it in the garage. So I'll see how it goes. I might just keep this running a minute and just clear it anyway. Why not? Right. So, putting all the tools away. I have to clean my hands because I don't want to dirty the actual other part. Look at the shape of the camera stand. The white compound. A good camera stand. So, that's it everyone. I've seen this bench. Would you believe it if I told you that the oil got inside that cover there now? So I'm going to strip that. Yuck. Where's my screwdriver? Right. I lost my box of depolishing. I must have put them on mute. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to strip us 2 seconds. Switch run them in, because there's oil inside that switch. Also, I need to be careful here because I only bought this. But should be no problem stripping it. So let me see. I would like to get a sit down. So there's hooks here. You have to sort of push it over. Lift it at this end first. There we go. So there's the new sails that I wired on the last day with all the new shrink wrap. The barley washers. Let's get a look at this switch. So how does this come off here? It must screw. It's turning. Alright, so I need to push these tabs down. So there's one side of the switch done. Don't want to pull this out completely. It's tight. It's tight. So there we have it. It's out. Do you see the old compound around there? Want to clean it off. See the acid or whatever, the other batteries is sort of, well, it's probably just our rusty water that's sort of stained in there, but it's coming off with the WD-40. So let's see the switch. You'd think that would come off, that cover there. It must clip off. See the way the WD-40 is inside it? Obviously I'm not going to interfere with it too much, but maybe sealed. It looks sealed, you know. So when I was turning it, I was turning the switch. It's alright, you know. The WD-40 will do it no harm. How did it get on there, but? Yes, there's a wee pinhole. It actually looks cleaner now anyway. But what is that there? Glue? Where did that come off? It's not the new stuff, the new glue? Right. Let's put this back together. I'm only asking for a bother taking this apart. Consider how well it went together last day. So first thing I'm going to do here is put this switch back in. Right. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, this wire coming from the switch, put it down into the hole again, making sure it's not in the way of the where the screw goes onto the tab. Make sure I don't crush this. Make sure I don't crush it. There we have it. So if I look at the bottom out here now, you can see that there's no wire passing where the screw goes on there. So that's important. Don't want to crush it. So that's it, everyone. The bit of WD-40 in there will vanish in time. It's nice and clean in there now, so it doesn't bother me. It's only oil. It's only oil. Right, so what I'm going to do now, right, I don't know if I should. Looks quite dark out here. Looks quite dark on the phone. I'll start a new live stream in the garage. Might do it tonight, might do it tomorrow. 5 o'clock or so. Well anyway, that's complete now. The scratches is all removed. The reason I don't want to do it in the garage is because there's ladders and everything in the way in there at the minute. So that is complete. I'll bring out the other yacht in the house, right? The air respirator, it looks apart. That's just the battery. Oh my god. Okay, here we have the helmet part that I have all polished up. There's not a mark in it. It's 8 years old, 9 years old. So that battery now goes onto the back of it. Onto this adjustable headband, and I have it all polished too. Everything's polished, right around here, here, everywhere. Inside's polished too. So, on there's all polished. So usually when you have, when you're working with mild steel, there's grindings can sometimes get onto the air respirator just through gaps at the visor. And I'm talking about very small gaps. Obviously the air is always pushing out, so you have clean air, but sometimes we filings, you know, when they're being like thrown off the grinding wheel, they can get on. And then do you see when the air, the respirator was underperforming, it sweated inside. But it won't anymore now because I remember this when it was new. So there we have it, everyone. What I might do is I might end this live stream now, and thanks for watching anyway. But all the other parts are in the house. The visor's in the back of the van there. I'll just bring it out and show you it. What's that? Thought it was a wee polishing bit. So there's new ones in the house, but as you can see there now, when you're looking at that, there's not a mark on it because I have polished it up to be like new. Okay. So that now will clip onto here, but before I do that, I have to be sure, right, that that's polished with I have to take off all the residue off on it. But obviously there now, it's you can see through it, it's perfect. But that's why I kept it. That's why I looked after it, rather than chuck it in the bin like with 100 fine scratches on it. So I've saved it. As I say, I've got new ones in the house. So as you can see now, it's pretty dark out here. So what I'll do is I'll do another live stream, and on the shade it's quite dark, but if I turn the lights on here, what do you see? It'll make me bright enough. No, I like a daylight. So what I'm going to do, everyone's going to start another live stream tomorrow, and I'll finish this, right? The final stages. But as you can see, everything's completed there now. The motor, the pump units in the house. What else is in the house? All the new parts. I might just display them also when I'm building it. And then what else do I have to do? The strap's done on the helmet. There's a lot of wee bits to go on it to finish it. But as you can see there, it looks like new. So thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye. Done the back of the wire. What? That's grand. Right, goodbye, everyone. See you later.